Hello guys, this is Magic, and this is the last spoiler video I promised for you guys today. Don't worry, I will have more spoiler videos, but it is upon us. The time is near for the pre-release for Eldritch Moon. So to start off, we have Nephalia Academy. It's a land, and if a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard a card, you may reveal that card and put it on top of your library instead of putting it anywhere else. So this would stop funny discard effects. And then you can tap it to add a waste to your mana pool. It's okay. It's definitely sideboard worthy. And then we have Liliana. She returned. So she's 1 and 2 black for 3 loyalty, planeswalker. I'll focus in on that, if it will. So +1 up to 1 target creature gets -2/-1 until your next turn, which is pretty good. And then -2, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard, then return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. It's very good in the zombie deck. And then you get an emblem for -7 at the beginning of your end step. Put X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens onto the battlefield, where X is 2 plus the number of zombies you control. So that will multiply every single turn. If you pull this in sealed, let me just say, if you pull this in any type of sealed, draft, pre-release, this is pretty much an automatic play. No matter, like, if you think of running a black-blue deck that just has no archetype whatsoever, you still should play this for this -7. I think this is worth sacrificing. Like, you get it up to 7, next turn -7. Oh my god, this is so powerful because it just multiplies every turn. And it's an emblem. And then we have the Oath of Liliana, what should have appeared in Oath of the Gatewatch, but she didn't believe that it was necessary because they were Eldrazi. But now the other planeswalkers believe that she needs to fight Emrakul. Not the other ones, but just Emrakul. And Emrakul's a huge big bad. So anyway, Oath of Liliana, 2 and a black for a legendary enchantment, and whenever Oath of Liliana enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a creature. And at the beginning of each end step, if a planeswalker you control enters the battlefield you control this turn, put a 2/2 black zombie creature onto the token. And the flavor text on this, it's very good. I think it's I'll keep watch. Happy now? It's some good flavor text, I think. On to the next one. That was way too far down. We have Deploy the Gatewatch. 4 and 2 white. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put up to 2 planeswalker cards from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any random order. Yeah, it's okay in a planeswalker based deck, but other than that, no. Just no. No. I'm just gonna say no. Next we have, oh god, what happened? I put text in here. Let me do this. There it is. Text. It's got flying. Sacrifice selfless soul creatures you control. If I could get rid of that. Gain indestructible until the end of turn. It is awesome. I mean, 2 mana, 2/1 flyer, and then you can sacrifice it and creatures you control gain indestructible. That is an awesome card. I already went over that, and these are separate cards, just so you guys know. They just want to go side to side. So I'll put that up there so I can read better. Nope, that's not. Incendiary Flow. Sorcery, Incendiary Flow deals 3 damage to target creature or player. If a creature would die this turn, exile it instead. It's okay. And zombies finally have the great 1-drop that they needed, I think. So it's a black for a 1/1, and pay 2, 1 and a black, tap, discard a card, put a 2/2 black zombie creature onto the battlefield. So this could enable madness, this could enable into the battlefield effects, and then you can tap 3 untapped zombies you control to draw a card, and you lose 1 life. It's pretty good, I think, at least. Next we have Ride Down. It's a red and a white. For an instant, destroy target blocking creature. Creatures that were blocked by that creature this turn gain trample until end of turn. So I don't know why you need trample, but I don't know why, but hey, you get to destroy target blocking creature. And next we have Morn Willow. It's 1 and a black and a green for a 3/2 with haste. And Delirium, when Morn Willow enters the battlefield, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, creatures with power 2 or less can't block this turn. That's pretty much almost everything. Next we have Mercurial Geists. Is it based spell deck? Right here. This is one of the best cards to play there. Let me focus in. Yeah, he's not going to want me to focus. So it's 2 a red and a blue. I mixed those up. For a 1/3 flyer, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Mercurial Geist gets +3/+0 until end of turn. And it is a spell-based deck. This could easily be a 7/3 flyer. Yeah. Value. Next we have Lashweed Lurker. It's 8 mana for a 5/4 with a merge 5 green and a blue. And whenever you cast Lashweed Lurker, you may put target non-land permanent on top of its owner's library. Okay, but I mean, if you can get the merge cost down by a ton, then and only then would it be worth it. Next we have Grimflare. It's a black and a green for a 2/2 trample, and whenever Grimflare deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 3 cards of your library and put any number of them into your graveyard, and put the rest back on top of your library in any order. I was about to say lawyer. But it also has Delirium, and Grimflare gets +2/+2 as long as there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. I got that right this time, yes. But it's a human warrior, it's a mythic, it's not going to be coming up too often. I don't think it's going to be that expensive. I'd say about $8. That's my guess. I don't know how much it will exactly be, but I'm not too sure. Next we have Mind's Dilation. It's an expensive one. It's 7 mana. It's 5 and 2 blue for whenever an opponent casts his or her spell each turn, that player exiles the top card of his or her library. If it's a non-land card, you may cast it without playing its mana cost. So imagine they cast a spell. Top card, I'm going to use this card because I have this one on hand. Top card, cast it. Reveal, you may cast this one for free. That's an awesome card. That right there. It's going to be about $8. I mean, if it was 5 mana, 2 mana less, it would be a lot more expensive. I'd say about 15 if it was 5 mana, not 7. But anyways, Mirror-Wing Dragon. There's one fault with this. I'll get to that after I do this. Mirror-Wing Dragon, 3 and 2 red for a 4/5 flying, and whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery that targets only Mirror-Wing Dragon, that player copies that spell for each other creature he or she controls. That spell could target. Okay. Each copy targets a different one of those creatures. It's a bit confusing. So, like, if someone tried to do murder on this, they would murder every single one of their creatures. The only way that they wouldn't murder every single one of their creatures is if they didn't have any creatures. But Expedite, everything, if you played Expedite on this, it would target, and you had 4 creatures on the battlefield per se, you would draw 4 cards because you played technically 4 Expedites because of Mirror-Wing Dragon. But if you didn't target it, no, you would only draw 1. You have to target Mirror-Wing Dragon to get that effect. Yeah. It's okay. Next we have Falconwrath Reaver. These are 2 separate cards. I just wanted to go by side for some reason, so I let them. Base Body. 1 in a red for a 2/2. Not much to be said. Just basically what you want in for 2 mana. Next is an interesting card, Permeating Mass. It's 1 green for a 1/3, and whenever Permeating Mass deals combat damage to a creature, that creature becomes a copy of Permeating Mass. So pretty much, if someone attacks with their Emrakul and this it's flying somehow, their Emrakul would be a copy of Permeating Mass. Except Permeating Mass would die, but they would get the Permeating Mass. And Emrakul would be gone. And that's forever. Forever, never. Next we have a Diablo Horror. So this is a Chaos Reveler. That's the name. It's a whopping 8 mana. And it costs one less to play for each instant or sorcery spell in your graveyard. It's got Prowess, and whenever Chaos Reveler enters the battlefield, discard your hand and draw 3 cards. It's okay, but only if you have the Izzet base deck. This is a bit of Izzet because of spells and all that. Instead, it's all over Izzet. Yeah. It's okay, but it's 3/4 for 8 technically. No. Next we have Campaign of Vengeance. It's 3 a white and a black for an enchantment, and whenever a creature you control attacks, defending player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. It's pretty good. You can see Soren right there. I think that's Olivia. I don't know why Soren is working with Olivia. I think they are fighting now. I don't know. I forgot about that. I don't know if that's Olivia, but I know that's Soren because of the armor and his sword. Next we have Nahiri's Wrath. So it's 2 in a red for a sorcery. As an additional cost to Nahiri's Wrath, discard X cards. And it deals damage equal to the total converted mana cost of the discarded cards to each of up to X target creatures and or target planeswalkers. Say you discarded, I don't know, that for some reason. Yeah, I could see you discarding that. It would deal 5 damage to up to 5 creatures and planeswalkers. It's super powerful. Last 2 cards. Hold on, I'm gonna put that there. Then go down. Down. Next we have Fortune's Favor. It's 3 in a blue, 2 for an instant. Target opponent looks at the top 4 cards of your library, separates them into a face-down pile and a face-up pile. Put 1 pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. It's a fact or fiction, but not as good because your opponent gets to look at them and then face them down in a face-down pile and a face-up pile. So you don't know which cards would be in which, but who knows? You could get lucky. Next we have Dark Salvation. It's XX in the black, and target player puts X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens onto the battlefield. Then up to 1 target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn for each zombie that player controls. It's okay, but I don't see this would be a good card, and I don't think this card would actually make it in standard or pretty much any format, sadly. It's got potential, but I don't think it will make it. Anyways, that was the last of the last spoiler videos for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to press that thumbs up button and subscribe to Magic, because that will do big help for me, especially in these standards with 0 subscribers. But anyways, leave a like down below and leave a comment in the comment section of what you thought in the video. And also in the comment section, leave what you want to see. Like, if you guys found something weird, tell me, and I could see if I could find it. I don't know. Thank you guys for watching, and I will say see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching so much.